anyways, we're gonna start with Shawn then. Shawn, what is your hot take of the week?
Hermi didn't choose me first this week. Wow.
Yeah, because every week they're like, "Why did you get Trey first?" So
Yeah,
we're
I'm not
switching.
even gonna lie. I was shocked she didn't think he first too, to be honest.
I mean, it's
Unless
all
Shawn
good,
wants
Hermi.
to
Let's get
pick.
the frauds out the way first. Sean, hurry up. You're taking up valuable time, you imbecile.
I mean, unless Shawn wants to let you go first, but
I'll let the fraud go first. The fraud can go first.
The fraud is already going first. So say your hot take.
Trey
Stop
the
trying to
fraud
look
is
it up
allowed to
on
go first.
Google because you're not ready. You are
I am
never ready.
absolutely
You're never
ready.
prepared.
oh,
You're never
I
prepared.
am absolutely ready. Trey
Okay,
is a
you say
fraud.
the hot
And
take.
speaking of frauds, Trey Young shot 1 for 12 in Game 1 of the Atlanta Hawks vs. Miami Heat series. All I've heard from crying, miserable Hawks fans is he won't shoot that bad again. He'll go off next game. I agree. He won't shoot 1 for 12 again. Like, this was an outlier. He's not going to shoot that bad again. However, we're acting like he was missing open shots. That man was in hell. He was in Rikers Island. He was going from Jimmy Butler to Gabe Vincent to P.J. Tucker to Bam Adebayo. Couldn't get past any of them. Not P.J. Tucker. Trey Young will shoot better than he shot last game. However, this was the stats for the regular season. 28 points per game, 46% from the field, 38% from three. He will not score more than 28 points in a game this series. He will not shoot better than 46% from the field in a game this series. He will not shoot better than 38% from three in a game this series. That is my hot take. Although he may shoot better than 1 for 12, he will have the worst playoff series of his career and shoot well below his averages from the regular season and not score more than 28 points in a single game. And in his defense, he'll only be able to play 4 or 5 games because this is a short series.
Wow.
That is my hot take.
You are really disrespecting Trey right now. Look, again, you guys are going to either sweep or win in 5. I've said this and I'm going to stick by it. But you are really disrespecting Trey. He's going to crack 30, bro. Stop it. Stop it.
He might crack 30. At the very best. It's called a hot take. My hot take is that he won't crack 20. He won't go over 28, which is what his regular season average was.
Hawks fans really got under you, Sean. I've never seen you act like
this. Because they've used excuses. Like, they've talked about everything besides basketball. Dirty plays, injuries, no rest. Another thing I want to talk about, the no rest shit. Make the playoffs. If y'all didn't deal with the 9th seed and be in the play-in, you wouldn't have had to worry about rest. It's your own fault that you didn't have rest. If you made the playoffs, like the non-frauds, non-flukes, none of this would be an issue.
I think the Hawks fans' problems are they're still living off that whole Cinderella story they had in the playoffs.
Absolutely.
When non-casuals tried to tell them, slow your roll, bro. You're winning games you would normally not win. So there's always a team every year in the playoffs. This year, PC talked about it earlier. It looks like it's going to be the Timberwolves that are just going to shock a lot of people, bro. But realistically, we're not.
It doesn't mean it's an every year thing.
I understand, but like Hawks fans, I don't know, man. We tried to tell them, bro. I know I tried to tell them. PC tried to tell them. Trey tried to tell them. Gianni tried to tell them. We all tried to tell them last year, but they didn't want to listen. So we just had to sit there and we had to enjoy the Cinderella. Well, not even enjoy, but we had to watch the Cinderella story with them. And then when they finally got eliminated, what did we tell them at the end of the season? We told y'all before it was a fairy tale, and we told y'all next year, don't expect for that shit to happen again next year. And now look at them, play-in game, and they're about to get swept or gentlemen sweep.
I will say, hot take that I had at the end of the last season. I didn't even have the Hawks making the playoffs this upcoming season, this season.
And if not for the play-in, you would have been right. If not for the play-in,
you were almost right.
If the Cavs were healthy, I probably would have been right. So Hawks fans, you deserve this. Suffer.
Right. TK, what is your hot take of the week?
Well, I guess since everybody did basketball hot, it looks like everybody's going to do a basketball hot take. So I guess I'm going to. Let's go to the NFL this week. So my hot take for the week. Last week, I think I made a hot take where I said the Giants were going to win the NFC East. I was a little bit high last week, so I apologize for the terrible hot take, guys. I burnt the take last week. I apologize. So for my hot take is going to be basically kind of what I talked about earlier. It may be in the middle of this season or it may be next offseason. But come next year, 100%, I honestly believe that the Eagles are going to have a new franchise quarterback. And keep listening to my words, a franchise quarterback. It won't be a Jimmy Garoppolo, or it won't be just a guy that you can plug in for a year. I think it's going to be a legitimate franchise quarterback. And I honestly believe it is going to be Kyler Murray. They have 2 first-round picks that they could use for him next year. And let's be real, they may not even have to trade 2 first-round picks. They may just be able to give the Cardinals 1 pick, and let's say throw in a second and a third in there, kind of like what we did for us. It's going to be some type of deal like that. And I'm just telling you, if the Eagles get Kyler Murray, watch out. Because I'm telling you, the Eagles are going to be a dangerous team because of how, 1, the division that they're in, and 2, how weak the NFC is now that all of these changes and trades have happened. Excuse me, in the offseason, all these moves have happened. I truly believe, like I said, next year. So my hot take is going to be next year, 2023. Kyler Murray will be the Philadelphia Eagles' new franchise quarterback, and they're going to get a deal done and everything. It's going to be as soon as they sign him, they're going to sign a new deal. He's going to be there for the long term. So congratulations, PC and Gianni. All you have to do, I'm sorry, PC, I know you love Jalen Hurts, but you're just going to have to suffer with him for 1 more year. But next year, you're going to have your guy. You're going to have Kyler Murray, and that is a major upgrade. So congratulations.
Hermi, I would like to go next in hot takes.
Okay. PC, go ahead with your hot take.
Oh, so glad you called on me, Hermi. I'm actually going to be the first person in WHS history to form 2 hot takes together. Let's say joint hot take. TK, I love what you said. I like your hot take. Kyler Murray, I like Kyler Murray. I think having him as my franchise QB would be pretty cool. But the Arizona Cardinals, while they have made some mistakes, they're not stupid. Kyler is only acting up because he wants his money, and fair point to him because he deserves it. I do think that contract will eventually get done between those 2. With that being said, the Philadelphia Eagles won't have Jalen Hurts as their quarterback next year. Instead, we're going to go in the draft, and the Philadelphia Eagles will select Philadelphia native himself, Bryce Young, Alabama quarterback, former Heisman winner, Bryce Young. And what I love about Bryce is that he honestly has everything that you kind of want in a quarterback. And he's been playing with Nick Saban in the toughest conference, the SEC. What was his stat line this past season, Shawn? Didn't he have like over 40 touchdowns?
I don't have the exact stat line on me, but he was a Heisman candidate. He was dominant this year.
He was very dominant, and he's only a freshman. So this dude comes into the NFL, enters the draft next year, and if Jalen Hurts stinks it up, oh, you best believe Howie Roseman is making that call, and he's bringing Bryce Young home to become the true new Eagles franchise quarterback. That is my hot.
PC, I have to say something. Everything the way you described, Bryce Young, the way you're really in awe about him, and I like it. But you know who he sounds exactly like to me? Sounds a lot like Tua. It sounds like the exact same things that we all said about Tua coming out of Alabama. No. It sounds exactly like what we said about Tua. And look at the situation that he's in Miami now. You sure you want Bryce Young over Kyler Murray if there's a chance to do that, PC? Are you sure?
I'll let Shawn answer that because Shawn knows a little.
Yeah, go ahead, Shawn.
I don't think Bryce Young and Tua are very comparable at all. In fact, the guy you brought up earlier is probably, as of right now, we still have another year, things could change. The guy you brought up earlier, Kyler Murray, is probably my comp for Bryce Young, except he's even bigger than Kyler Murray. He's still not big. He's like 6'6", but he's definitely bigger than Kyler. He's like 5'8", 5'9". I don't think the two comparison is really fair outside of the fact they both went to Bama and both put up great stats. Bryce Young is way more athletic and has a much stronger arm than Tua.
And hey, six
Fair enough.
athletes in Philadelphia, they tend to do well with the Philadelphia favorites. Some couple 6 foot guards that play for the Sixers, Tyrese Maxey, Allen Iverson.
I just don't understand
And
why you would want a
the-
quarterback from Alabama who is not Mac Jones. Because let's be real here.
oh,
Mac Jones is the greatest quarterback.
thank you. He just had to bring
I
up.
mean, but look, like is he lying? Like Alabama
No.
QBs that go
No
to the
trolls.
NFL.
This is no troll. This is no troll. No troll at all, PC. Mac Jones is the greatest quarterback to ever come from Alabama. You cannot dispute that. You've seen his numbers.
Hater.
You've seen his numbers.
I-
41 touchdowns,
if
4
Bryce Young-
receptions, 77% completion, 4,500 yards. You can't dispute
Well,
that.
We'll see. Right?
Gianni, please jump in.
He held every record in
Gianni,
college
please
football
jump
for
in.
Alabama and like the SEC or
Bryce
something
Young.
like that.
Wait, okay.
But
Bryce Young or
I actually
Kyler Murray?
I
Who
actually
would
like
you
this
want?
take. Wait,
Nah.
between who?
Bryce Young or Kyler Murray? If you have a chance to get both of them, 100%, who are you taking? Kyler Murray is 24 every
Obviously
year.
TK.
He's 24.
Nobody's
Why
saying.
wouldn't you take Kyler Murray right now?
Why would
No,
you
I
not
take
take
Kyler Murray right now, but
Thank
the
you.
Bryce
Thank you.
Young.
Yeah, but that's such an unfair comparison, TK. Obviously, if Kyler Murray is there, the Eagles should grab him. I'm just saying that I don't think he's gonna actually be there. That's unfair. That's unfair.
Okay, all right. So I see what I thought you were saying is even if Kyler Murray was there, you still want Bryce Young.
No.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
All right.
saying
So
the
real quick.
Eagles and Kyler Murray are going to figure out a contract. That's why I
Real quick.
said at the Sun.
Sean, without being biased, Florida fan, without being biased at all, like be serious for once, because you're a troll, okay?
I'm not a troll.
Disagree? Shut up. Do you disagree that Mac Jones is the best quarterback to ever come from Alabama?
I think Mac Jones is arguably
Yes.
the
You
the
can't
best
deny it.
statistically college quarterback in Alabama history. However, when it comes to projecting to the NFL, athletic traits like arm strength and mobility matter a lot, and Mac Jones does not excel in those areas. Bryce Young does. So,
See, I can
Mac
accept that.
Jones
I
is
can
like-
accept
in terms
that.
of who is better in college, Mac Jones. In terms of who I would rather have going into the NFL, I would rather have Bryce Young.
Mac Jones is like Drew Brees. He's going to have a successful career. And then towards the end of his year, he's going to fall off.
All
of
right,
course,
that
because
honestly,
I've
you
noticed
gotta stop.
his.
You gotta
No,
stop.
I've
That was
noticed
All
his
right,
arm strength is not that good.
that
Let's
was
get
so
into your
disrespectful
hot
to compare that man to Drew Brees. Come on, man.
What do you mean? He has the accuracy. He can make the throws.
Drew Brees.
Drew Brees was once called the most accurate quarterback in the league. Mac Jones is a very accurate passer.
Just let's just move on. Don't entice me. Don't entice me, please.
Trey, get your hot take, please.
You said me or Gianni?
I said Trey.
All right, bet. Time
The
that
fraud.
Ironic, huh, Sean? Be prepared to have them socks knocked off. Them holy moly socks, Sean. Them ripped ass socks. Because when I tell you this hot take is about to bang, it's
I'm not
about to
wearing-
bang. Okay? Now, I went basketball hot take for like the past 2 weeks. So I'm going to go back to football. You know, we have a very long time until the NFL season comes back. And my hot take is simply going to be this, because even if you disagree with it, you can't disagree with it because it's going to make that much sense to you. Check it out, right? My hot take is that next season, the Green Bay Packers will not, I repeat, will not make the playoffs. You know why? Devontae Adams, he's gone. They have no good tight end right now. Robert Tonyan, he's looking to be injury prone. Aaron Jones had a down year last year. I mean, he might not do so well next year. They're not even going to make the playoffs. With the Vikings taking their second best defensive player this year in Zadarius Smith, the Vikings are now going to make the playoffs because they have defensive help. They couldn't get no pressure on quarterbacks last year. Danielle Hunter will be healthy. they would get some secondary help because their secondary is kind of young or they're just too old. And I think that this year you have the Bucks. The Bucks, I hate the Bucks, but they're going to be good. You have the Vikings, right? Okay, you also have the Saints, who have Jameis Winston, who was actually playing really good until he got injured. MT will be back. Alvin Kamara looks like he's coming back. They have improved on some defensive end. They brought in Marcus May. You know what I'm saying? He's a good guy. They still have Cam Jordan, I think. They still have their linebacker, Demario Davis. All right, so you have the Saints, you have the Rams, of course. The Rams are going to do what they do. You have the Cowboys, who, of course, the Cowboys are going to be their division is not that good. So the Cowboys are always going to make some noise out there in that division. So with the NFL, you only have 7 teams that's going to make the playoffs. The Packers will not be one. And you also still have the 49ers. I think that all these teams will make it up to the playoffs above the Green Bay Packers this year. And if not the Saints, depending on how the season goes, maybe the Eagles because they're making some improvements. So that's what I think. And they're also a big name. They're a front runner to land Tyrann Mathieu. So my hot take this week, the Packers next year, they won't even be in the playoffs. It's not even a thought. They're done for.
Your hate for Aaron Rodgers is so bad, bro.
It's not even
How
just.
you gonna say?
I didn't even mention Aaron Rodgers in the take at all. I didn't even mention Aaron Rodgers
bruh,
at all.
How you gonna say? You really gonna say? So what is the Packers' record gonna be? What is the record gonna be?
It's not going to be good enough to make it in the playoffs. Their wide receiver 1 right now is Sammy Watkins.
Do you realize?
You think they're going to choke in the playoffs? To say they're not even going to make
it
going
to make the playoffs.
Yes, I'm saying it's one thing to say they're going to choke. To say they're not even going to make it is so disrespectful.
They're not.
Oh
they're
my
not.
God, that's so
bad.
bad.
Because they're not.
Bro,
they're not.
I think people
because they're not.
that. Listen, people want to keep saying, "Oh, Devontae Adams, this and that." Do you remember there was one time this man had Jordy effing Nelson?
Jordy Nelson was good.
No. What happened when
Jordy Nelson was good?
What happened?
Jordy Nelson was good.
He went to the Raiders. What
Bruh,
happened?
you act like anybody who goes to the Raiders does not do trash. Look at Randy Moss went to the Raiders and he had a terrible year. And it's Randy Moss, bro.
So do you think this? So are you saying Devontae Adams is going to be terrible?
He might not be terrible, but hey, I don't think he'll be like the best receiver this year. Of course not. Now look at this, TK. Just listen to this, right? Because I didn't even mention Aaron Rodgers. I mentioned other pieces that they lost. And then again, they're losing pieces on defense. Their defense already isn't that good. And then you just lose your second best defender. That's hard to replace. Okay. And then you have a running back who had a really bad year last year. He had a bad year last year. Will he get it back together this season coming? Hopefully, for Aaron Rodgers' sake, that damn fraud. Then you have their tight end, who it seems to be injury prone already. Robert Tonyan has shown flashes that he can play, but his health is a question. And I don't think that their secondary tight ends after him are good because they have Mercedes Lewis. If he didn't retire already, he's a bag of bones. And then the wide receiver one is Sammy Watkins. This is not Buffalo Bills Sammy Watkins, TK. This is Sammy Watkins of the now. This is not Buffalo Bills Sammy. He is not good anymore. He cut his dreads. His second best receiving is Alan Lazard. He has Randall Cobb, who is a bum now. He is a bum. And then I don't even know who else they have. Equanimus St. Brown. This nigga's name is Equanimus. You can't expect him to do anything. His name is Equanimus, bro. I'm so sleep on the Packers right now. They are losing offensive line because they're old. The Packers are done for right now. And I can honestly say, I didn't even mention Aaron Rodgers. You just made it about Aaron Rodgers. I mentioned
he's going to listen.
Aaron Rodgers is at a point in his career where he's not built to carry. He is not built to carry right now at this point in his career. He's not.
What?
He's not.
Hermi, can you do me a favor, please?
Yeah.
Now that's how you say a hot take, Hermi. You see how these niggas is hating on me? So
no, honestly, I am having a feeling of deja vu because I swear you said a hot take like that, like not that long ago.
I didn't.
Like, it's the same stuff with Trey.
I didn't.
Yes, you did.
Anyway, I didn't. You can go back. You can listen to this. You can listen to the episodes. I didn't mention the Packers for a while.
It's the same. Gianni, last but not least,
it was
what
a
is
good
your
hot
hot
take?
Trey.
I'm going with a football take. I think the Indianapolis Colts are going to win the South, and the Tennessee Titans are going to miss the playoffs. I feel like Tennessee. I feel like Tennessee is going to regress by like 3 or 4 games. I think they're going to be like a 9-win
Like your
team.
haircut?
What was that? What did Gianni do to deserve that?
Yeah, what? Yeah, like that's something we say to Trey or
Nothing.
Sean.
No,
love
because
Gianni
you
here,
guys
man.
be calling him old.
Bruh,
Like grandpa.
I have
You guys
just
be
because
calling him
I cut my
grandpa.
dreads doesn't mean I have no hair, bruh.
So yeah, I think Tennessee wins 9 games, and I think the Colts. I like their team and everything. I think they're going to win like 12 games and finish the 4th seed in the AFC. I just like their team.
Whoa. So who are your top 4 teams? What?
Okay, this is how I'm going to do it fast. The 1 through 7, in the playoff. I think number 1 is going to be the Bills. Number 2 is going to be the Ravens. Number 3, I think, is going to be I can't think of the other divisions, but I think they're going to be like
AFC
4.
West.
Oh, the West. I
Okay.
think the Broncos win the division. I think Indy will be the 4th seed, and the 5th I think is going to be
You still got the Browns.
Chargers. It's going to be the Chargers, the Broncos, the Raiders, maybe the Chiefs, maybe.
So
or
no
the Browns. Yeah.
You don't think the Browns get in?
Yeah, maybe. It depends on Watson's suspension. How many games? But
Yeah, I think they said Deshaun won't be suspended this year.
oh, he's not gonna
So
be.
he's expected. Yeah.
Then I think they can win the division. If he plays every game, I think the Browns can win that division. I think Cincinnati, Tennessee, New England. I think those teams are going to miss out.
We definitely missing out. But I tell you who else is missing out. Damn Frogers, bum ass nigga.
Bro, let it go. The man's not missing the playoffs, bro. Stop
Yes,
it.
he
Yeah.
is. TK, I bet you 1 burger with no honey mustard and a side of fries with no ketchup. I sweeten the deal.
So that was our hot takes of the week. Had some pretty good ones in there. Except for Tolu. I mean, we missed Tolu's, but I mean, we're not really missing out, to be honest.
No, like,
And
Yeah,
at all. All right. PC, will you close this out